Greetings, everyone. Here's Lodric, and this is a game War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my play by email match against KilRoy. This is scenario 1 with no modification and standard 1-day turn setup. Now we are really in the last days of April 42, and KilRoy is just in the progress to take Saipan, Guam. He took already Wake and also Marcus Island. This is still more or less the struggle of my invasion fleet. Normally there's a better solution for this. I could normally disconnect two of this support, or these two destroyers. I could normally create a new task force and surface engagement task force and then hunt down this AS. Yeah, next time. This is my broken India Ocean cruiser battleship formation. I split them up in smaller task forces because KilRoy also split up his task forces. So I try to hunt down all three of them. At least I saw 3 allied task forces. If I catch all 3, I'm not so sure. This is, you can see here's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he breaks them down in many, many smaller. But at least this tanker and AK I can catch. This is west of Wake. This is maybe a troop transport convoy with heavy escort running in one of my patrol boats so they don't fight each other. This is Johnson's Island, and there's maybe a cargo ship coming in, and one of my subs is in patrol duty. And this is far away from any port, so maybe this ship will sink over time. Or maybe directly. This is still ongoing. No real engagement. American sub finding one of my destroyers. But we are here in deep water, so don't expect anything. This is my carrier fleet west of Ceylon. Still trying to find something, but I think KilRoy have nothing. It's a sea, everything is hiding in the port, and I'm too weak normally to attack Colombo directly. Or it is maybe possible, but I don't know how much I will suffer, and I don't expect anything big in Ceylon because I know that most of the British heavy units are in New Zealand, and most of the American heavy units are all in Central Pacific. So there's not much left in Ceylon now. Good, now Chinese or bombardment of China, Chinese ground units, and also of the airport of Rangoon to make sure that there's no fort level building up. And I simply cannot go under 20,000. If I go under 20,000, then the flak damage is kicking too high. And so my hits are very limited. This British plan. I'm still trying in long range attack to slow down my tanks. So, not so much activity in the afternoon, and no carrier strike. My India Ocean carrier group finding nothing. The American carriers are also not more active. And I more or less kick back these Chinese forces entering my base here at the border. At least I try it. But the terrain is very difficult and I don't have here really too much. This is more or less like a border garrison. It's not really for attack. I can inflict even higher casualties, like I suffer my own, but it will also not really help me too much. Chinese have simply the numbers in the long run. So maybe I must simply only hold the base and keep it. And in Rangoon, after the failed third or fourth battle of Rangoon, I switch back to bombardment and wait for reinforcements. Maybe somewhere they're coming. And maybe Saipan will now completely wipe. Yeah. Next shock attack on my forces. I still take some of the allies with me, but most of them are only disabled. And the New Zealand troops, they still have good bombardment. And yeah, these are the fast tank units kicking my New Zealand or my Navy guys. Today I was able to hold. I think my troops are also very weak, but somehow I was able to hold today's line, luckily. Even, but I think this is more or less, you can see that my defense power is breaking half, but the allied units, I think, they're totally fatigued. For some reason, you don't get any information. Yeah, and now you can see that my units are not really dying in the battle, but they're giving up after the battle. So now Saipan is completely occupied and controlled by allied forces. But it's only temporary. I mean, don't expect that this will be for forever, or even for maybe a year or months. Good. So we arrive at the 27th of April. There was not too much air activity, light losses on both sides. Nothing I can really talk about. I was able to find this one small two convoy ship. The rest all disappeared or escaped, at least today. So maybe sooner or later I will attack Xingning again. I need a little more time to prepare. Oh yeah, now my fatigue is low, so it's okay. This was this border conflict. I have here two full divisions, but this is really not maybe enough. This is VR. This is I think 3 times terrain. Yeah, forest rough, and yeah, this is simply very hard to overcome. The Thai forces arrived now more or less at the it's a front line of the British forces, but the British forces are already cut between Rangoon forces and here in North Thailand forces, so I will simply wipe out what is between Molmine and the north of Thailand. And then I can let the supplies flow here, hopefully a little more easy. I think now I always transfer them via airplane also. Maybe this guy's I know I still wait, I think, for base force. I just took Molmine. I need to fix. Yeah, I'm fixing now the airfield. The airfield was a little damaged, and I'm waiting. I think for from. I think some base force is coming later. Yeah, later. But I need more supplies in Rangoon to really continue this battle. I think the lack of supplies is really stopping and holding me back. At least here in north of Australia, my forces are catching up. The main army is also coming. So KilRoy, I think, still trying to run away, and he keep maybe 2 forces here to hold the line for 1 or 2 days to buy our get some more time to run away with the main body of his forces. In New Zealand, there's no real big change. I was able to, or I go in and unload here the 2 new divisions, so I have now 3 divisions, more or less, completely unloaded already. Means I have here more firepower in the future. The problem is still, I don't have enough supplies normally to feed this. And the supplies I don't get here so easily in the source because KilRoy is messing with my supplies lines, and I must ship I ship more or less the supplies first to Palau Islands, and then from Palau Islands I can ship them to Rabaul, and from Rabaul I can ship them maybe to Nomaya, and from Nomaya the last voyages then go to Gisborne. But you know, this is a very long way. Yeah, these are the 2 destroyers getting had the collision. This one had the collision, and this one was damaged, but I don't know exactly what happened. They're trying to escape, and luckily or unluckily they are finding an enemy submarine, and this submarine had normally easy picking because my destroyer is so heavily damaged, but somehow it's failed. Saipan is now completely under American control. I don't know where's the enemy carriers. I can see here is only a new cruiser formation, and here's some other destroyer formation. And I think this destroyer formation will make some super stupid attack in the future. Yeah, so not much more I can say. This turn was not too active, let's say this. Good, see you next time, take care, bye bye.